1MDB's business model was unsustainable from the very start. Now that's according to a top government minister, Datuk Seri Wahid Omar, in a recent CNBC interview. Wahid said 1MDB's low capitalization and huge borrowings was not a sustainable model, which then resulted in a rationalization plan. Now, since the start of this year, 1MDB has been hiving off its debt by selling its assets to Chinese firm who paid in cash. 1MDB had sold its power business, Edra Global Energy, to China Nuclear Corporation for $2.3 billion. It also recently sold its 60% stake in Bandar Malaysia to a consortium of Iskandar Waterfront Holdings and China Railway Engineering Corporation for 12.35 billion ringgit. Speaking of 1MDB, the Public Accounts Committee or PAC is rushing to complete its investigation report. According to PAC member William Leong, the Parliamentary Committee hopes to table its findings on the 1MDB probe to Dewan Rakyat before the current sitting ends this Thursday. Leong said the PAC has been working on the report since 2 weeks ago, and this is in order to make sure that the report is as comprehensive as possible. Let's not forget, the PAC began its investigation on 1MDB in March 2015. The committee had grilled the 1MDB CEOs, past and present, on the company's dealings. Malaysia's first oil and gas SPAC, Hibiscus Petroleum, has lodged a complaint against 3 senior executives of Lime Petroleum. Now, this is related to the financial losses suffered by its subsidiary company, Gulf Hibiscus, in which Hibiscus owns a 35% stake. The complaint was filed with the Oslo Conciliation Board, which is part of Norway's judiciary system. Hibiscus said the 3 Lime Petroleum executives contributed to the financial damages by failing to discharge their respective duties during the financial restructuring exercise. Hibiscus Petroleum is asking for compensation of at least $35 million. Score another big win for local contractor Hamazaki Resources Berhad. The company was awarded a whopping 1.4 billion ringgit contract from MRT Corp. The contract is for the second MRT line, which spans 52 kilometers from Sungai Buloh to Serdang to Putrajaya. Ahmad Zaki's resources portion of the contract entails works surrounding the 4.5-kilometer viaduct guideway from Persiaran Dagang to Jinjang. According to Ahmad Zaki, the contract is expected to contribute positively to future earnings. And now for a story that is certain to keep hogging the headlines this week, the Panama Papers. Billed as the biggest data leak in history, it allegedly reveals how the rich exploit secretive offshore tax loopholes. The Panama Papers listed 11.5 million files originating from the world's 4th biggest offshore law firm, Mossack Fonseca. Now, one of the most earth-shattering revelations was a suspected billion-dollar money laundering ring involving close buddies of Russian President Vladimir Putin. Also named in the leaked documents, the Prime Minister's son, Mohammad Nazifuddin Mohammad Najib, who was listed as holding directorship in 2 British Virgin Island companies, J. Mary International and PCJ International Venture. However, and importantly, this does not imply any wrongdoing on his part, as they are legitimate users for offshore companies, foundations and trusts.